Alright, what's good everyone? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why you can be a successful entrepreneur and still be an introvert at the same time, and some common misconceptions behind being an introvert versus an extrovert and success in business. Okay, so by the end of this video, I would have hopefully broken your limiting beliefs, if you are an introvert, about why you can still run a successful, and in this case, coaching business. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to mention here is as I said before, I was one of the biggest introverts back then, 2-3 years ago. I was the textbook introvert, just super insecure, shy. And I'm not saying introverts, and this is true, introverts are not shy. They're not. The only reason they're shy and they get labeled as shy is because two different things, right? Introvert, they get their energy from being alone, while extroverts, they get their energy being around other people. That's why they seem like they're the more energetic ones, the ones you can pretty much talk to anyone and have elite social skills, while the introverts seem more like the geeks or the people who are shy. It's just because that they get their energy in different ways, okay? But I'm gonna directly relate that to me, because when I'm alone, I'm cool. I'll recharge, and then when I'm cool again, I can go back out, socialize with people. But that's where I mainly get my energies, from being alone. So, but 2 to 3 years ago, I took it to an extreme. Like, I was so shy, borderline social anxiety. I don't know if it was social anxiety at this point, but I found it really hard to just strike up a conversation with someone in my class. Like, that's how bad it was. And was super insecure, just didn't want to speak up, really a pushover, like the nice guy, didn't want to upset anyone. And yeah, just a lot of bad things were happening 2 to 3 years ago when I was still in secondary school. And then fast forward now, I've worked on my weaknesses, I've worked on this, attacked it head on, along with other things as well, to really boost my confidence. And safe to say that I've really improved from where I was a couple of years ago. Got a long way to go, yes, but I feel like I'm in a position right now to talk about this. So I'll just address this by saying, look, if me 2 to 3 years ago can change just like that, well, not just like that, but if they can change, so can you. I don't care how bad of a situation you're in. The first things first is any skill can be learned. And the reason I say this is because for two reasons. One, I have learned a ton of skills while being in business and a ton of skills being in life. And most of these skills, I never thought I'd be able to get really good at. Like 2 to 3 years ago, I never thought I'd be able to be good at that. I never imagined myself being good at it. So for example, let's talk about sales. Let's talk about appointment setting. These business skills first, you have to get good at them. There's no way around it if you want to succeed in the long run in business. Like, sure, you can outsource it to someone else, a sales rep, but it's only going to be a matter of time until, things fall apart, because they're going to look to you as an example. You have to lead by example if they're the sales rep, and you're going to be the head honcho of the business. So if they see that you can't even sell your own product, then how can you expect them to sell it? So there are certain skills that you have to learn and you just cannot get around, okay? One of them is sales. I used to be extremely scared to hop on my first sales call. I knew it was something, especially when I was back running my agency. I hadn't taken a sales call ever, and I was terrified of taking my first one because, introverts are usually scared of that. And then when I took my first sales call, I got to the end of it. No, by no means was it good, but by the end of it, I was like, oh, this actually isn't that bad. And then I went to take a bunch more, 10, 20, 30, 50, 40 more. And I'm pretty good at it now. So got a long way to go, as I said, but it just goes to show how in the beginning, super scared, super terrified, wasn't good at it at all, to now got a reasonably good understanding on sales, how it works, and how to carry out a sales call. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of that, because me 2 to 3 years ago would have been terrified. Another thing is appointment setting or lead generation, okay? Or building a personal brand. I was never really out there person. I never really liked putting myself out there. So when I made the commitment to start building my personal brand, it was really uncomfortable, because I've always been a private person, never really used Instagram that much, and really just used it to consume rather than create. But the reason why I got into personal branding and started putting myself out there was because obviously a lot of internet entrepreneurs are telling you to start documenting the journey. And I completely resonated with that. Like, just imagine you documenting where you are in the beginning, so that in 5 years from now, you look back at yourself and you're like, wow, I really came a long way. And you got all the footage And people trust you more because you got all the footages out there on the internet. They can trust you. So that's one of the reasons why, but it's also to, get out of my comfort zone and also help grow the business. So all these three things were the main drivers as to why I started building my personal brand. Because I very could have easily just stayed where I was, just continue being a private person and not sharing my thoughts and try and please other people who are in like school, for example, or family and friends. And then that meant my business not growing, or helping my business grow, documenting the journey and building my network, building a cool social profile and putting content out there so that my business grows, I sign more clients, I make more money, and I get to my dream future at the expense of comfort. And it's not an easy thing to do, but if you really want what you say you want, then you're gonna go pick the second path. And that's what I did. And guess what? It sucked at first. People in college found out I started being more out there, more open, and start talking crap. But that's part of the journey, and look where it is now. Like, I'm now passionate about teaching personal branding to help you grow your business, okay? So really turn the tables there. And then also lead generation, talking to people. Gotta talk to people, different personalities, learn how to conversate, especially in the DM as well, learn how to set appointments, how to pitch, just all these things. It sounds like a lot, trust me, but if you just keep your head down, nose to the grindstone, and you just put in the time and repetition, like, it doesn't matter if you're crap. Honestly, it's gonna be normal for you to be crap at first, and you just have to be okay with that. Like Alex Hormozy says, it's okay to suck in the beginning, but you have to do it so many times until you become impossible to suck at it anymore. So same thing here, sales, appointment setting, doesn't matter. You just need to put in the time and the reps, okay? Okay, so that's the first thing, business skills. Anything can be learned. It's no different to learning how to ride a bike or learning how to swim. Same thing with socializing. So a big focus of me this year is growing my network, and not just like people online, well, not just like people in real life, but also people online, people in other countries, not just people in this country, okay? I'm talking about people from other countries. And the reason why is because, so let's say I travel to Amsterdam. I've got people in my network who are already in Amsterdam. They live in Amsterdam. So I can just hit them up and be like, hey, I'm in Amsterdam, let's meet up, or let's do something. It just makes life so much easier when your network is vast and you can just call up someone, ask for help. But obviously, you need to offer value as well. You need to offer help. That's the fundamentals of forming a network and building a social circle. If you want value from other people, you need to have value yourself. It's an exchange of value. And it's even better if you provide more value for them. You just give without asking. And then maybe you get something in return, but you don't even expect it. So a big focus for me this year is building my network across different countries as well, not just in the UK. And it's going extremely well. I'm so happy with the people I've met so far. Met some awesome, fantastic personalities. And it's going to keep going. It's going to keep growing at a really terrifying rate. And I'm really happy with it. Again, 2 to 3 years ago, I never would have thought I'd be talking about building a network. Like that was so foreign to me, because being an extreme introvert, I just wanted to isolate myself all the time. I was so isolated, didn't want to talk to anyone, didn't want to, get out of my comfort zone. And now I'm just building a network, getting to know people in different countries, different continents, even people, like, doesn't matter if they're higher than me, like in success, in entrepreneurship, like further along their journey, or if they're on the same journey, or if they're slightly below, and I can sort of help them out there. It's just a really cool thing to do, and I suggest everyone to build a network, even if you're an introvert. Okay, so I don't know what else to say, honestly. A lot of it is just time and reps. A lot of it is getting over fear, and all fear is, you got to realize fear is an imaginary tool. It's an imaginary safety mechanism that your ancestors have evolved growing up with in order to save themselves from saber-toothed tigers and mammoths, okay? But now there's no mammoths, there's no saber-toothed tigers. It's just third world problems. So it's all imaginary. Just get the reps in, just start, just put the time in, and trust me, you're going to start off scared, but it's better to do it scared than not doing it at all, okay? And the last thing is socializing with people. It's not that hard, honestly. You just have to be someone of value, be like not exchange even, just give so much value to them. But that also comes with knowing what they want, and you just give them that thing over and over again for them to like you. Be charismatic as well. So read that book, not 48 Laws of Power, but the one behind it, which is called How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's going to get you on the right track with basic human principles, basic human nature. And definitely read that book. So that's going to be it for today's video. You can run a coaching business, you can run a B2B business as an introvert, and you will succeed. Okay, don't label yourself too much. Don't box yourself in too much, because that really limits you from what you think you can achieve. So even then, I don't like calling myself an introvert. I just call myself Matt. So yeah, it is what it is. Hope you like this video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and comment which one you are, and I'll see you in the next video.